Alright, let's get into it. And there's my heat pad. Here it is. Pedro Minitum Dreams PC rather. Jim. Let us repair Silview Martin. Good to see you, Jim Birds. Hey Joho. Alright, I've got to get this out of the way first. It's actually been languishing in the for a little too long. It is sadly becoming a little too common. That's what happens when I get into programming. Everything just sort of like gets left behind. Because when you do programming, you don't really want to get out of the programming until you've finished your task. So it's a bit of a tricky situation sometimes. Hey, Plug from Germany. The Guten Morgen. I don't think it'd be evening yet. Cypher Labs, Sokolov. Hey, Sokolov, been a while since I've seen you. Alright, so this iPad's a 9th generation iPad. Hey, I just realised it's actually meant to be a white. Or is it? That's weird. It's got a white jack, but the button's black. Okay, interesting. Hey, Coop Zone. Anyway, yeah, so it's doing weird stuff. So I don't know if it's the digitizer. I replaced the digitizer a few weeks ago, and it's been misbehaving, so I'm going to assume it's the digitizer. Hey, JFix. If it's not, then at least I have eliminated it. Sure, I mean, yeah, it cost me like $35 or whatever for a replacement digitizer, but it sort of takes it off my guilt list, so to speak. So just wait for this to heat up. It should hopefully be a fairly easy one to take off because it was only done a couple of weeks ago and it is not, crusty old original adhesive. Hey, Miles. Swindon. You may notice that I'm looking at you more when I'm talking on chat, and that's because I've sort of switched things around a little bit. Haven't had a chance to do any 7 days today. Just been programming. And the sad thing is, for the most part, you're not even going to know what's changed. Because a lot of what was changed was just simply handling some files that weren't being parsed, that crash or something like that. But we're talking a very small number of files overall. Like before I embarked on this process, I think out of about 4,400 files, it was less than 100, about 70 or 80 files that weren't reading. So yeah, that's a pretty small number, maybe 1.5%, 2%. But geez, it required a lot of work I had to rewrite quite a lot of things because instead of one way you can avoid having to understand the entire file format is often there are key byte signatures that you can find within a file and you can use them as your reference points to get to the data that you want. And that works if you want to get a reverse engineering done pretty quickly, but you will run into the situation where at some point you have to understand the file format properly, and that's kind of what I hit up against, which means instead of just looking for those key signatures, you've got to go and actually understand everything that's been written in the file. It takes a hell of a lot longer. I had some issues with board view. All text went into weird characters. You're talking about went into chunks. Yeah, that happens when your video RAM runs out because I'm asking it to load up too many glyphs in the font. See, the trouble is I load up the Chinese glyph set and that takes up a lot of space. There's nothing subtle about the size of even the simplified Chinese, which is the one that I use. Yeah, there's nothing subtle about the size of space that you require to load up that character set, or symbol set really, as we call them, glyphs. Yeah. Millions on the... yeah. I'll be very curious to see if this actually pans out. Like I said, the complete absence of the usual departmental marker, all sorts of things that you typically would expect from an email coming out of any corporation. Completely absent. If the money shows up, well, if the purchase order and then the money shows up, well, I'll go for it. And I will recant my statement or my distrust. But at this point, I'm going to assume it's... I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Just need to get the gum off these. Hey, Slimy Show, Husainu? I don't know. Oh, Cordos. Honestly, I should almost ban doing that. There's no Daniel around here. We kicked him out. The RAM thing, it's a video RAM issue. So what happens is a lot of the graphics systems try to, as far as I understand, upload the font set to the VRAM, and it just runs out. And so you end up with these square blocks appearing instead of characters or glyph as the glyphs, because there's no data in them. Someone pinned this down a little tight. Do you like the Samsung S25 Edge? Never... Oh, hey, no more nuts. Never used that one. I'm fine with the iPhones, to be honest. I don't use a phone as a technical device. I use it as an appliance. And in that particular case, the iPhones do a mighty fine job. I've been with the iPhone 11 for a very long time now. I used to have like the Samsung flagship phones for my phone. And then I switched over to iPhones. I think I switched over by the time the iPhone 6S Plus came out. And I've been very happy with that. Each to their own. What, 12-inch? Oh, God. You know, I look up and I see terrible things on my chat there. 12-inch MacBooks. Really? Was that called for on a day like today? Okay, now hopefully I won't break this one like that other one I broke. It's getting a little bit cold and the weather is a little bit cold here, but it should be okay. Okay, looking good. I really don't know what would be causing the weird behavior. I mean, I can only imagine it is the digitizer. I've somewhat forgotten what state of affair this machine was in. The machine, this was turned off before I opened it up. Looks like it disturbed that filter a little bit. Okay. Well, we have to migrate the touch button. Found out something accidentally this weekend through a potential customer. Well, they weren't really actually. That the other store in town seems like they've stopped doing Android phones as well, and they're now only doing iPhones. So it seems to be a pretty common theme that a lot of stores just simply don't want to be involved with the Android phones. I think the problem there is that there's just so many of them. And while you can, like I can order in stock and most times it will be in overnight, it's a bit like working on PC laptops. You pretty much don't encounter the same one too often. And so you don't tend to get the level of experience that you prefer to have when it comes to dealing with people's phones. Yeah, just everything else. So unless you're in a really large or larger place, I should say, something like say Townsville, you can get away with it in Townsville. Yeah, and that's the other problem is the quality of the parts can be very. You just don't know. So I'm not surprised. I'm kind of wondering how it's going to impact their bottom line. Cat's doing okay. Yeah, they're all's pretty good. Uh, we have to take Micro back to Townsville this week for it, it's kind of a checkup, but also kind of a status update because we don't know at this point whether the meds are doing anything for him. Like we don't know if his gallstones are being dissolved or whether they're just staying there. That kind of uncertainty. And the trouble is giving Micro the meds each day for trying to dissolve the gall. It's traumatic in its own right. Sorry, I've just got to get some essential materials here. Where's my stick of essentials? I think Miles has been in my workshop. Oh, there it is. Found it. So yeah, we'll take him in. He will get an ultrasound to see what the state of the stones are. And then we will just have to take it from there. And if it looks all good, then we don't have to continue with the meds, or at least not to the same degree. Otherwise, we're going to have to. But it's pretty difficult. We had to actually stop giving him the meds for the last couple of days just so that he could calm down enough, because the trip to Townsville is, it's not going to be great. I mean, it's an hour and a half each way in a cat carrier, and he's going to have anxiety about that. I mean, we do. Okay, still got the barrier on that one. So yeah, we're giving him a reprieve. Obviously, he's still getting his insulin. That's not negotiable. He has to have his insulin. So anyway, we're hoping that the outcome will be he's all good. You can go back to just having insulin each day, and maybe we might have to keep him on some liver pills for a little bit of time. When I say liver pills, they're not made of liver, they're just for supporting the liver. I can tell you that it is perfectly humid up here. There's nothing subtle about the humidity. Right now it's actually raining outside. It's more humid up here than it ever used to be. Like everyone used to have swamp coolers up here, like just evaporative air coolers. They're useless now. Yes, it's definitely hot glue, very good. Yeah, I cannot see anything defective on this machine in terms of electronics. So. Hey, Sutterbridge. The cats are definitely grumpy though at the moment because of the fact that they can't go around about the house whenever they outside at whim, because we've now got them restricted in because of the snake risk. So there's a lot of planning to happen again, and we kind of really feel like we've been sucker punched, because it took us years to get the house to the point where we had it, where it was finally, we had everything open. It was just really nice. You get up in the morning, you open up the front door, you open up the back door, the kids run out, everybody was happy. And now we're back in the sardine situation for an entirely different set of reasons. It's very annoying. So we had maybe 3 or 4 weeks of happiness. Back to the sardines. I need to remove this adhesive before I do anything further. Okay. With these iPad flexes here, you got to get them pushed back so that when you do fold the digitizer down, that pushes the flex to the outer edge rather than crimping it back inwards. Wow, looks like I'm having a difficult time tonight. Okay, that one's in. And this one should line up. Okay, there we go. Why right on the inside of the screen? You'll know. You'll work it out soon. Is the audio a bit crunchy? It might be perhaps overshooting too loud. I don't know. Define crunchy. Do you think it's clipping or something else? Breaking up, particularly when I move. That's not good. Crunchy when I move. Intriguing. I'll just leave the receiver up here. See what happens. Hey, squishworms. I made a mistake. My mistake was in the order of operations. Hey, Daniel Rock. Danny Brooks. Okay, well, at least that works. Yeah, the order of operations was wrong. I hadn't pulled off all the adhesive. Any crunchy on the audio? Well, see how we get. Audio's all good, no more crunchy. Interesting. I wonder what it is then. I'm just going to hook it to the outside of my pants. See how that goes. And I need to get some bonding amps. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Maybe my pants are foil lined or something. For the person who was asking why do I draw on the inside of the screen, it's because there is that plastic film protector in there, and it's very hard to see. Whoops, very hard to see that plastic film protector. And frequently, when you're in a rush or you're distracted, i.e., chatting on YouTube, you can very often reassemble the entire unit with that protective film still attached. So by drawing on it, it lets you know reasonably quickly that you have forgotten to remove it. Crunch, crunch again. Interesting. Wonder if we've got a... Okay, stand by. Need a torch. He's a little idiot. Yeah, I'm just going to restart OBS. OBS has lost its head. Okay, I think, yep, we're back. Oh boy, and it's raining outside naturally. Crunchy sticks around or goes away. Sometimes he just doesn't want to jump down from the air conditioner. He's like he wants the drama, he wants the flair. And it wouldn't be so bad right now, except it is raining, so it makes everything quite slippery out there. And the last thing I need is a slip-related injury on a Sunday night. It's like the kids were saying basically, look, we understand that things happen in life, but could you kindly keep it to standard business hours or something? Alright. Okay, that's going to be fine. Cancel. See how that goes. And clean up and get on with the MacBook. Well, again. Okay, where are you, MacBook? I think I'm going to have to put privacy stickers on this one. Oh yeah, I am. I think I checked. Well, a lot of these stickers are bigger than what I can even cover. Okay, are we still going okay? Yep. Drop the audio when I move. This is not going to be fun. I might have to... I could try and fix this one, but honestly it's just going to be cheaper, faster, quicker, easier for me to just buy a replacement unit. I've had this one now for 3 or 4 years. Okay. Yeah, basically just, yeah, it's end of retirement. I think it might actually be up here. I'll tell you what we can do. Just for the sake of quick testing, I will switch to the front microphone. Or top, yeah, the front. And I will shorten the cable and put it back on. I can't control the RF channel. It's Bluetooth or something. Actually, you know what I can do? I can plug in the other headpiece I have, so just stand by. No, this is something different from the fiber optic. Okay, we have sound. Okay. I think we're getting it from the face cam. I don't know what's going on with the other systems. These are basically the same units. I don't know what's going on. It's more like something in Linux decided volume low. Okay, bring it up. It's a little bit better, hopefully. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as when I've got the like I said, these are comparatively cheap to get, $100, $200 and it's done, which is pretty cheap considering it's got a built-in head thingamajig and whatever. Yeah. Hey Gonzalo, what is this? Close a repair shop in the UK moving? Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing to these. Yeah, there's nothing really RF-ish. I mean, okay, obviously it's all RF, but what I mean is, it's not like the old days where it was full of different coils that you had to adjust and things like that. We may lose audio when I flip this around, but we'll see. Alright, yeah, for some reason because it's taken the audio from the cameras, maybe if I add, just hang on there. Too much. Okay, at least now you should have audio. Okay, you should have audio now. although it will be a little bit less than ideal. Now, I genuinely can't see anything wrong with these. So I think we're just going to have to live with a remote audio situation until such time that I can get a replacement unit. Quite frankly, it's probably either the receiver on the USB or it's the... Although I don't think it would be the headset. Yeah, I was going to say, it's either the receiver or it's the mic, or it's a Linux driver issue, which is kind of weird, but OBS has been doing weird stuff lately when it comes to this particular audio source. It's almost like I need to use a program in Linux, Mixer, to do the routing for me rather than letting OBS handle it, because OBS just keeps dropping the ball on it. Hey, Murto. Alright, so if you're all okay with the... Well, it's the audio through here. If you're all okay with that, we'll proceed. And if you're not okay with that, you can leave. Okay, scan the job and let's get this job underway. What is this? 2338. Let's see what it's doing. Five volts, 400 milliamp, dead set steady. Probably short, maybe on 3V8 Aeon. No screws. That's a good start. Always love a screwless job. Okay, screws have now been reinstalled. Okay, Cordo's not okay with it. Everybody can make him leave. Hey, pig. Okay, someone's been in here. Someone's been in here and peeling away at places. Great. Always a good start. At least it's not liquid damaged up here. I say we just take the board out and have a look. Someone's lost the shroud. The shroud of Steve is gone. They didn't even install the retaining nut properly. Alright. So often when you get a short like this, it's most cases on the 3V8 rail. It's not always. I'm going to pop it out, have a look. Before I do any measurements, I want to see, it could well be something quite visually obvious. Kind of hoping. And hopefully though, it won't just crap out and die 2 days after I've fixed it, because I've still got a machine that was a dead simple fix, and then it died, and I still haven't been able to fix it since. It's a bad run of those. Yeah, they pulled off the Wi-Fi as well. And I can see they've already tried to remove the flexes. Every single time, Paul. Mo! Don't tell me you're on the damn... Please do not be on the... Okay, they've replaced that connector. You're on there. You are... I can see your paw. Wait, you're preening up there and then calling out at me. This is such a typical Sunday. Try to get some work done and... Can you hang for 2 seconds, Mo? Bit of discoloured fluff there. Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. I can hear you. Yeah. Alright, nothing blatant. Time to go rescue the cat again. He jumped full face into me. Damn. He jumped off the air conditioner straight in towards me. And you know, it's not a problem until they expose the claws. And they're like, we're coming in for a landing. Claws out to get the grip. So now I've got partial flesh removal in various places. Alright, so we've got a 2020 board here. Let's bring up the old flex board view. He's a very demanding young fellow. Yeah, man. Really? Now I've got... Oh, well, yeah, let's quickly see if we can at least find what's going on here. Really? Sound? No, I should still have sound. Okay, the 3V8 is actually running a little low. 262 is a bit low for what I would expect. Pretty sure it should be a smidge higher than that. PP bus is okay. Yeah, it would have gone out because I don't have the face cam as a source for that particular scene. Ah, nice. They knocked the battery flex thingy off too. It's always good. Let's have a look at the other side. The fact that it's a constant current at 5 volts, you know, I'm pretty sure we've got a short. I actually should check. It could actually be the audio board or something like that. Now it's behaving differently, of course. Thermal camera. Weird. Ah, there it is. Oh no, Mo. He's done up there at least. Switch off the lights. Yeah, I know, buddy. I'm gonna have to just give up for the night. It's been a bit of a rough one. There's definitely a big spike in there somewhere. Okay, we've got a little bit building up around that Wi-Fi section. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the cloak over it. Shoot. I did try both USB ports, by the way. You just didn't see me try them, but I did try them both. It's sort of a little bit going up the top there, but not 100% convinced. It's probably just the CD32. Nothing's really standing out. Try further down the board. Oh no! No, I think I'm gonna have to just stop for the night, because he's often bad, but he's not usually this bad. So I gotta call it tonight.